Hello everyone, very good morning and good evening. Welcome to our SAP EWM session. And we are also going to start our new batch for EWM. We were getting a lot of queries from the students over the EWM. A lot of people have already enrolled it and waiting for the EWM batch to get it started. So we thought that, okay, let's do a quick EWM overview. So that you get anyone who wants to know about the EWM, they would be getting the EWM overview in today's session. And then we would also share the details of the new batch of the complete training we are getting started. Just to let you know, whoever would be staying till the last, we are having very exciting offers for the EWM courses, which will be valid only for 72 hours. We will disclose it that what is that later on, but stay till the last to get that offer. It would be valid for 72 hours. It will expire in 72 hours. If you will enroll in 72 hours, you will be getting that offer. Okay. So Mr. Naidu is the one who is our EWM expert. He would be conducting the full training sessions. In today's session, what I would go through, I would quickly go through and I would give you some little bit overview of EWM hai kya, so that at least you understand what is EWM, why warehouse management is required, why we need these kind of big tools to operate our warehouses, why, right? So that is the why question. I will try to answer it. And then Mr. Naidu will take ahead this journey, and we will also see some cycle into the system, some transaction, that how the EWM transaction happens in the system, right? A lot of people are there from MM background and WM background, although we have a diversified audience. WM people, whoever working on SAP WM module, it is mandatory for you to jump into EWM. Okay, that's a big technology shift, big technology shift is there. So all the WM consultants, it is mandatory for you to learn EWM, right? And with MM plus EWM combination works very well. If you want to upskill from MM, you have an overview of how the inventories are managed. Generally, inventory managed is tagged with the MM itself or sourcing and procurement itself. Then EWM is a very good module to increase your chances for better opportunities in the market. All right. With that, let's start. Chalo shuru karte hain. Right. So we'll be starting with ki bhaiya, what is warehouse and why we require a warehouse management. So now the basic question, let's say if I am having how the warehouse looks like. Now this is a picture of a warehouse. Okay, where basically it's a small warehouse where basically we have some racks are there. In the racks we are storing our materials. Okay, and these materials have been stored, and it's a small warehouse. It's kind of a, you can consider as a big room, okay, or a big hall under which it is, or it can be as small as a container. Sometime in when the things get started or at the site, they will just put a big container, and that big container also they will make a warehouse, right? So there is the incoming store or a warehouse. It is, you can consider it's a big hall where these kind of racking system is there, and this is how the materials has been stored. So my question is, if this kind of system, if you need to manage this, if you need to manage this stock, do you need any WMS system? Do you need any kind of IT system to manage these kind of warehouses? Yes or no? Quickly, over the chat. Yes or no? Do we need any kind of warehouse management systems or any kind of intelligent IT tools to manage these kind of warehouses? Some people said yes, some people said no. Some people say inventory management would be okay. Okay, we can do it with inventory management. So there are the different terminologies are there. We have inventory management, we have a warehouse management, we have extended warehouse management. So we'll come to that terminology. But what I want to explain you, when the things are simple, when the stock is less, and when the stock is visible also, okay, when the stock is visible also, you don't need an intelligent IT system for these kind of warehouses. Even there can be an Excel sheet where you have a stock that can be used. Some small applications can be used. Even the big ERP tool would also not be required. If you have a ERP tools like SAP, You can just require a storage location and the stock would be there in the storage location. That is managing a stock in a storage location is called your inventory management, right? That is called the inventory management. So for these kind of small locations, okay, where the number of materials are less, materials are visible, it's not a multiple rack systems are there. You can, if you need to pick up a material, you can go and visibly, you can easily identify that which material is stored where and you can easily pick it. And if you want to store a material, you can identify, okay, this is a place I can store it. If these kind of things are there, we don't require a intelligent and the big systems like EWM system we are talking about here. Simple system, even simple Excel sheet can also work. But bigger the company is, the more the complexity is, your warehouses will also become big. What will happen if now your warehouse is like this? Okay, so I have shown the two areas of it section. It can have a multiple areas here. It is having a two areas here where the stock is coming, and here you are storing the stock into a high rack system. There a sliding rack system is there, and we have another mechanism to have different racks are there, which is mentioned here. Okay, so these are the docking doors where truck can come, load or unload the material. That kind of system is there. For these kind of system, for this kind of warehouse, do you need intelligent systems? Do you need intelligent systems like EWM, Extended Warehouse Management? Yes or no? Quickly. Rajesh said yes required. Kiran said yes required. Samninder Sahu said yes required. Yes, it would be required, right? Now here we want to know not only that which material is there in this location, or not only that which material is there in this location, we also want to know if we want to pick a material in one particular rack, these small things which we are seeing here, these can be the bins. Under a storage location, which rack, which exact bin is storing a material, is having a material, or when I need to receive some material, I need to put in somewhere place, I need to identify that which exact location I can put it, so that I would be able to easily identify it, right? So to manage these activities, okay, whether I can do it with inventory management, you can do it with inventory management, but you would not be able to identify a stock whenever it is at the particular this place. Okay, identification, getting the stock is very difficult when you don't know this specific storage bin and the stock under this particular storage bin. These can be individual storage bins. Okay, these one rack section can be individual storage bin. So we need to know the material at the storage bin level. Okay, that kind of trackings are required. If that kind of trackings are required, then we require intelligent tools. So we have intelligent tools, EWM can help here, or SAP WM, SAP Warehouse Management. What is WM, what is EWM, I still need to come, but definitely an intelligent system is required here, right? What if I will say you have these kind of warehouses, these kind of called mother warehouses, very big warehouses, the Amazon warehouses. I have worked for a FMCG industry. They were having these kind of big warehouses in Indonesia to supply the full Indonesia. In Jakarta, mother warehouses was there. I worked for a company in South Africa. There they were having in Johannesburg, Joburg, they were having a big warehouses like this, where multiple sheds are there. Multiple thousands of material has been stored, not thousand, but at least 700, 800 different kind of SKUs has been stored with the different batches, with the different batch expiry date in different areas. Some place would be a cold storage, some stage would be the ambient storage would be there, high rack system would be there, sliding rack system would be there. These kind of lanes would be there where the material can be transferred and received. If we are managing, okay, multiple docking doors would be there where the materials can come or material can go out. If these kind of warehouses are there, my dear friend, boss, you definitely require an intelligent system. You definitely require an intelligent system. Otherwise, we would not be able to operate. Okay. Otherwise, identifying a stock, finding out a stock when you need to dispatch to customer, or you received one batch or material from the vendor, storing into a particular places would be like a hell. You don't know where the stock is, right? For these kind of big warehouses, we need a very intelligent system to know what are the activities. There would be a lot of activity would be happening. There would be multiple docking doors for receive the material, to dispatch the materials. There would be multiple different kind of handling units would be there, forklifts would be there, cranes would be there. Okay, so to manage, and there would be also the resources would be there who need to be optimum way we need to manage it so that the picking can happen fast and the put away also can happen fast. So if these kind of warehouses are there, definitely intelligent systems are required. In EWM is not only the intelligent system, but this training will be doing for the EWM. I will let you know why we are learning EWM, right? There, and I will also let you know what are the other solutions available in the market. But if these kind of warehouses are there, definitely we need a big WMS system, which would help us to do the different activities in this big warehouses. Now, what are the different activities would be there? So let's go through a quick video and you would be able to have a good idea that what kind of activities would be required and why the WMS systems would be required, right? Now you understand that these big warehouses, some intelligent systems are required, right? Some WMS systems are required. EWM is a WMS system, warehouse management system from SAP. Okay, it's in SAP also we can manage the inventory at the different levels, but this is the biggest level where we can manage the inventories. Now we will watch a quick video, and that video also will give a perspective. It will be just a 2 minutes video, but it would be talking about what kind of different things can happen in the warehouse, because I want you to make sure that you came here to learn EWM without visualizing in your head. Okay, without visualizing in your head what is the warehouse, what are the activities. If you will try to learn, then you would be only IT guy. You will not be a functional consultant. If you want to become a functional consultant, make sure you are able to visualize the big warehouses in your mind. You are able to see what kind of things would be there. And Mr. Naidu is great in that. This kind of a complex warehouses, we have an Excel structure. We would be designing and we will be doing all the activities which happens in the warehouse system. Okay, that is, we will be designing if this kind of warehouse system is there, how EWM need to be implemented, what org structure, what configurations, what master data would be there. We'll be implementing a EWM system into one kind of this practical complex warehouses during this training. Okay. So let's, but I want to make sure that, yeah, people are coming from different background. They are working to the sourcing and procurement. They are working into the LE side. They don't have, they are working into the SD side or into the ABAP side, or kabhi bhi warehouse dekha bhi nahi hai. Never seen a warehouse, what operation happen, how the material stored, and we try to become ourselves as an EWM consultant. You can always become, but make sure you also learn the business processes. I'm showing you some picture throughout the training. Mr. Naidu would be showing a different picture so that you would be able to visualize the warehouses, that what you are doing it, right? But you also make sure that whoever is coming for the EWM training, just go into the Google and watch for a day about the warehouses activities, how the things happens, different activities happen, how the big warehouses is managed. You will see very good videos on the YouTube that will open up your mind ki bhaiya, how the warehouses happen, how the physical material is stored, and why we need an intelligent WMS system. One of the quick video I'm going to show you. Okay, so let me show you this quick video. It's on the YouTube. Let me share the sound first with you, and then let me play the video.
To Palms Academy. In this video, let us look at what is a warehouse management system. What is a WMS?
Are you able to hear the sound from the video?
Meet John.
Confirm?
John is the head of supply chain at XYZ Corporation.
Put yes if
John is responsible for the overall supply chain of the company and handles operations in multiple types of warehouses. Warehouses be classified based on the management, location management, receiving and put away, picking. Look at what is a warehouse management system. What is a WMS? Meet John. John is the head of supply chain at XYZ Corporation. John is responsible for the overall supply chain of the company and handles operations in multiple types of warehouses. Warehouses can be classified based on the kind of material they handle and the kind of operation or requirement they cater to. The different types of warehouses that John handles are raw material warehouses, finished goods warehouses, temperature controlled warehouses, cross-dock warehouses. Each warehouse caters to a specific function. Among the different types of warehouses, there are certain commonalities. They are: each warehouse has security controlled entry and exit gates, receiving and dispatch docks, storage locations. Within storage locations, different configurations of storage spaces like rack storage, flow storage, a combination of rack and flow storage, damage locations, MHEs. Other optional facilities that are provided in the warehouses include sorting areas, packaging and repackaging areas, kitting and de-kitting locations. John is struggling to manage the operations across all his warehouses and to ensure smooth functioning of the supply chain. John is thinking about implementing a WMS to help manage operations across all his warehouses and also to give him and his supervisors critical data about the state of operations in each warehouse. So, what is a WMS system and what are the advantages provided by a WMS? A warehouse management system is a software solution that controls all the activities in a warehouse. A WMS provides visibility and controls critical operations like inventory management, location management, receiving and put away, picking, sorting, packing, loading, invoicing and dispatch, movement and storage of material in the warehouse, inventory reconciliation. One of the major advantages of a WMS system is that it eliminates dependency on warehouse personnel in terms of inventory status and operational decisions. The system takes care of important functions like location suggestion, allocation policies, guided operations. In order to optimize operations within a warehouse, a good warehouse management system should be able to handle all the activities explained. Please refer the next set of videos for more details on
Okay, I hope you get a very good clarity on what would be a warehouse management system would be there. Okay, that different kind of activities happen. Visualization has been given that how the materials need to be stored into a particular storage area within a storage location, in a storage rack and a bin. And what kind of different activities: consolidation, deconsolidation, kitting, okay, labeling, multiple different activities, the value-added services we need to do it during a warehouses. And video has also talked about that we can have a different kind of warehouses, right? The multi-docking warehouses we can have cold storage warehouses. So different kind of storage warehouses can be there, and within the warehouse also the different kind of storage areas can be there. A damage area, okay, floor storage locations, high rack storage location, different kind of way we can store the materials, right? And in big warehouses, more or less everything would be included where the materials have been stored. So they require really a strong WMS system so that you would not be depending on the persons and the people. Ki bhaiya, Parminder is there, he will go and find the stock whichever is required. He know what is stored where, right? You are depending a lot on the people. Then we want to put an intelligent system so that we can depend on the system, not on the individual people. One guy who knows everything into a particular area, he is not there available today, dispatch will stop, right? This should not happen. So we need to depend on the systems, and this system would also help us to optimize when you need to pick a stock, and from picking a stock means getting a stock out and dispatching for a customer. Getting a stock out from a big warehouse, sometime it require a half a day also. If the stocks are not properly managed and if you don't have a proper bin system, it would not be easy to manage into to get the stock from these warehouses, big warehouses, the particular batch which you are looking for. which your system is saying, it would not be easy. So there would be two important things I want to make sure we do it. First important thing is first important thing is that physically the warehouse need to be managed as a warehouse, right? There should be physical different racking system should be there. If you say that physically I don't have a racking system, everything has been dumped together at one place and you implement EWM and then the things will improve, that is not going to happen. So always when the EWM need to happen, implement need to happen, the two things, or any WMS solution need to happen, two things you need to consider. First thing is that check the warehouse, that how the material has been stored. Sometimes many clients make a mistake. They have a problem in their warehouses and they think that the implementation of the intelligent system will help them. System will help them only when physically also the warehouses has been stored neatly, cleanly into the different segregated areas, right? You should be having those bins. You should be having those racks. You should be having those forklifts. You should be having those cranes. Okay, material handling equipment should be there, right? The rack system should be there. You should be having a rack that I enter the material from here and it can slide, and from the another end I can remove it. One way in, another way out. Those kind of system would be there, right? When you have those kind of physical warehouses, to manage those kind of physical warehouses, we can implement intelligent WMS system like EWM, which will help us. So whatever the things we have covered so far, any question till now? Okay, I would be jumping ahead. Let me close this off and I would be jumping ahead. But if you have any question till this point, you can feel free to put into the question and answer window. Then I would be jumping into the most important warehouses processes. People are raising your hand. You can raise your hand, but the unmute access you will get once we finish the session, after Mr. Naidu cover a certain part. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos. So Ravindran is asking, how is the integration between ERP and EWMS system? The integration between ERP and the WMS system is improving like anything. I have not jumped into the EWM. Still, I need to jump because there are a lot of people are there. उनको अभी तक पता भी नहीं होगा कि EWM actually क्या है. So I need to speak about it. But the integration and the smoothness is increasing, and it has increased to a different level with the embedded EWM system on SAP S/4HANA. Ravindran, just to answer a quick question for you, in SAP S/4HANA EWM, the integration, embedded EWM system, the integration would be done by the EWM consultant itself. Few things would need to be done and activated by the basis team. Okay, so most important warehouse processes, what are them? Okay, you have watched the video, right? Let me ask you quickly over the chat. From the video, what are the most important warehouse processes, or what are the different warehouse processes which happens? Warehouse processes means warehouse activities. Rather than calling it processes, activities. Okay, quickly, picking happens, put in happens. Picking means we are picking the material. We are getting out the material from a rack. Put in happens. Put in means we are putting the materials in the rack. एक रख रहे हैं, दूसरा निकाल रहे हैं, आसान भाषा में. In easy language, one way we are putting in something in, another way we are putting something out. Put out is kind of picking. Binning, transfer, receiving, shipping. Okay, thank you. Thank you for very good answers. Let's quickly go through it. I love the participation. You all are awesome. So we'll be doing a receiving part when a vendor has supplied a material, or we are into a distribution center or a manufacturing plant has supplied us the material. So we need to, in the warehouse, we need to receive the material. Okay, we need to put away the material. Okay, put away means we need to put it and store it at the specific location. Storaging also, that which storage location, which storage bin we need to store it so that it would be easy to remove it out. That also would be a question, but put away is that process, putting it into the particular location. Picking, we have put it the material, usko bahar bhi to nikalna hai. We need to also pick it up. When customer wants to dispatch to the customer, we need to also pick it up. So picking would also be a process to give a list of the materials, that this is the customer orders, these 20 materials need to be shipped, this batch number need to be shipped. One guy will go with the forklift into the different storage bins. It will pick the material and bring it out. Packing also would be required. We need to also create a pallet, wrap around the pallet. Packing would be required. If these activities right now you are not able to visualize it, it's okay. all of these activities, when we jump into it, Mr. Naidu will show you the pictures that how these things happens, or small videos. You can see it on video, so that on YouTube, so that you would be visualized. Visualization is important, right? Dispatching, we are loading the material and then getting it dispatched, shipping it to the customer. We are kitting or de-kitting. Kitting is combining the two different SKUs together and then ship it. That is kitting. De-kitting is kind of a deconsolidation. We need to track the inventories. We need to do the FIFO and LIFO strategy. FIFO is first in, first out. Whatever the materials in has come first into the warehouse, that need to be moved out first from the warehouse. If the batch managed materials are there, which has expiry, okay, then we can also have a LIFO strategies, last in, first out. Okay, no, not the LIFO, that is the LEFO. LEFO is not mentioned here. Let me also mention LEFO. FO and LEFO. FO would be a first expire, first out. Whatever the material is expiring first, that need to be out first. That kind of strategies need to be applied. Value-added servicings, labeling, scanning, those kind of value-added servicings would be there. You need to manage the returns, and you need to manage reporting and analytics. These all things are WMS system should be able to support these all kind of operations, more or less, and even more than that. But these are the basic things which will happen in any warehouse, and your WMS system should be capable enough to support. With this explanation, you understand ki, bhaiya, what is the warehouse, how the materials has been stored into the warehouse, and what kind of activities happens in the warehouse. You also now till this point are able to understand in which kind of cases we would require intelligent WMS systems. Now let's see what are the solutions available in the market. Before I tell, you tell me, boss, ki, what are the different solutions available in the market for the WMS system? If a company wants to implement WMS system, which WMS system they can implement? Quickly over the chat. Quickly over the chat. Blue Yonder, Manhattan, very good. What else? EWM, AS400, Oracle. Yes, right. Multiple WMS systems are there. So what we have mentioned, we have SAP. You can implement SAP. Within SAP also multiple solutions are there. I will come to that. You can have Oracle. You can have a JDS system. You can have a Blue Yonder. We did one survey, and in that survey, this is what came out. We asked this survey, and many people, more than 1,000 people, I think, reported for that. And we asked that, which tool will you prefer to manage business warehouse operations? And the result of this survey is 15% people said that they will prefer to manage with SAP WM. 82% people said that they will prefer to manage the stocks with SAP EWM. 2% say that they would be going for the Blue Yonders, and 1% say that they would be going for the JDS systems. Okay, they would be going for the JDS system. So with that, you can identify that how big the demand is for SAP EWM system. Okay, SAP EWM is one of the flagship runner onto the WMS systems. Okay, any mid-level or the all the CMM level 5 companies, from level 3 to level 5 companies, they prefer to implement SAP EWM. Why SAP EWM? Because they all, or most of them, 80% of them are using SAP as a ERP system. So when your core is SAP, it's easy to integrate that SAP system with the SAP WMS system. And SAP EWM is actually a very strong product, okay, which is there in the market for so many years. It's not like that with S/4HANA EWM is coming. EWM is there for more than 20 years. It is a flagship runner product into the market, right? So it is already available. Now it is getting embedded with S/4HANA. That we'll talk about, but SAP EWM is a big WMS system. If anybody wants to build their career into the WMS systems, becoming a consultant of the WMS systems, EWM would be the first choice. Although Blue Yonder is another one which we are seeing here, which is very quickly gaining the market. Okay, it's becoming famous. JDA also is a very famous. Very many companies, the level 3 CMM level 3 companies also prefer to implement JDA systems also. Now it comes that what solution SAP has. Now SAP also has a multiple solutions. Let's quickly go through कि SAP के पास क्या क्या solutions हैं. SAP has initial level. If you implement SAP in SAP S/4HANA, there is a core in enterprise management. You get the core modules, right? In the core modules, we are having SAP IM, inventory management, right? So SAP IM, inventory management, is a solution which is available with SAP S/4HANA. SAP S/4HANA is the newest version. Then we have SAP ECC. ECC is going to sunset, and S/4HANA is going to replace SAP ECC, right? So in SAP S/4HANA, we can manage the inventory at the inventory management level. This inventory management is a sub-module of your sourcing and procurement, or MM module. In this, we can manage our inventory at the story location level. Okay, we can have a story location. At the story location level, you can manage the inventory. The kind of big rooms, okay, where the visibility of the stock is there, where the number of pallets are not that high, you can easily track and trace your materials. Those kind of places can be managed with the story location approach. Then SAP have another thing, SAP WM. SAP WM is also going to sunset by 2027. It's available in ECC. It's a module in ECC. And in S/4HANA, it is also there, but in S/4HANA, it's going to sunset. With SAP WM, warehouse management, we can manage the store at the storage bin level, and multiple another functionalities are also there. But this story location is now further divided into the bins. Story locations are further divided into the bins. At the granularity level, at the bin level, you would be knowing that which bin I need to remove the stock, or which bin I need to put the stock. Story location is big. And then we have a multiple racks, and rack has the multiple bins. We'll be knowing exact bin where the material is with the SAP WM. Then SAP has the third thing, which is the we call it, what do we call it? That state-of-art technology. Means the latest. State of art means latest, but we call state-of-art technology SAP EWM to manage your intelligent warehouses. So state-of-art technology is SAP EWM. That's the latest technology from SAP. It would be having all of these features. You would be able to manage at the bin level. You would be able to have an advanced placement and removal strategies. There, when you will go into the deep, you will find out how difficult it can be with the different strategies to identify which particular material I need to pick, which particular batch I need to pick, or where exactly I need to store the material. So that advanced placement and removal strategies would be available. Multiple client warehousing would be available. Decentralized warehouse would be available. You can have your dock scheduling. Dock scheduling means the truck comes and it goes to the docking stations. That scheduling of the docking stations and manage the load onto the docking station also you would be able to manage. You would be able to manage the labors, your labor and the resources you would be able to manage, and the advanced functions like deconsolidation. Deconsolidation is the process when you receive the materials from the vendor. He has given you the 15 products. You need to deconsolidate it, separate the individual products, and put it into the different locations. That is called deconsolidation. That kind of functionality would be available in EWM. Slotting would be available, identifying a particular slot where you can put your material, right? You can also put a lot of flexible processes and steps which you do, packing, repacking, tagging, whatever the additional value-added services you have, that specific process modeling you can do it, flexible process modeling you can do, and you can add your own activities into the warehouse task. Okay, scanning, labeling, sorting, repackaging, those kind of value-added services also can be added, can be used in the EWM. I would be jumping into very soon to giving it to Mr. Naidu so that he can showcase you that what kind of how the screen looks like for EWM and running a quick EWM process in the system. Okay, but let's quickly go to the what can we adopt in S/4HANA. In S/4HANA, we have a different systems are there, right? Different solution. SAP inventory management is always a solution. You can always manage your stocks at the storage location level. That is always there. SAP WM was available as a product which is going to sunset by 2027, and SAP WM would not be there. SAP is actually changing the name for the WM. Now after 2027 we have another object which is nothing but SAP WM. It is known as a SAP stock room management. They said the WM will sunset, but there are some people who would like to use WM, so they have changed the name. Now after 2027 your WM object would be known as stock room management. Earlier SAP strategy was to completely remove it, but now they are saying that okay, we still have it, and it would be known as a stock room management. Then we have an embedded EWM. So what was there earlier? If you want to implement EWM, you would be having your ECC system, and then you would be having your EWM system. EWM, you need to put it onto the separate box, which is known as a SCM box, supply chain management box. Box means separate server, and this is your ERP box, ERP server. And these both need to exchange the data with each other. This ECC need to give the data to EWM, and EWM need to give the data to ECC. Okay, these are connected with the SIF core interface, which we also call it plugin interface, but this SIF interface is quite a pain. This SIF interface is quite a pain. The people who have worked with this, they would be knowing that with the queues, the documents go from one system to another system. Many cases, the queues got stuck due to the different reasons. Then we need to have a separate support team who are just monitoring the queues and clearing it, the things which is getting stuck. Clearing the things which is getting stuck in the queues, right? So the SAP calls that the core interface is there. But within that core interface, it required a lot of efforts to transfer a lot of data from ECC to the EWM system. Your deliveries, which you would be creating here, would be going into the EWM system, and the warehouse task would be created. And from the EWM system, your goods issue or the other things can happen, which can go back to ECC. So a lot of data exchange need to happen. And many times the data got stuck. These interfaces have some problem and it got stuck. So having a two different system, getting them connected and making sure it is working smooth require a lot of efforts. So SAP come with S/4HANA, they come up with the embedded EWM system. In embedded EWM, there's a single server is there. Within this server, we are having your S/4HANA, all the basics module, and on top of it, we also have EWM. That is embedded EWM. This came with S/4HANA. So that we don't have a two different system, and within the system, the data has been exchanged. So the queues, monitoring, and a lot of many things has been simplified here. It is 80% more simplified compared to the standalone or compared to a decentralized EWM system. But still, there would be a specific business cases where the decentralized EWM system would be required. Okay, and then there is still 20% more chances to make it more simplified. Okay, so our training will be doing on embedded EWM system. And with this training, you would be able to work on the decentralized EWM system or embedded EWM system. Both you would be able to work because 80 to 90% features are same, right? We would be giving you some additional content that what happens in the decentralized EWM system, but full training will be doing on embedded EWM system. All of the people, they are looking for, most of the people, they are looking for embedded EWM because embedded EWM would be the future. Even this decentralized EWM system also will stop on the SCM box after 2030. It will stop on the SCM box, and this decentralized EWM system also would be on S/4HANA. So then you would be having two S/4HANA system. One can be only EWM, and another S/4HANA system is where the connections can happen. Or if there is a single box, if everything you are having in a single box, you have a single server for S/4HANA, you don't need a separate server. You don't need a separate EWM server. On the particular server itself, you would be able to manage your EWM. Okay, on the particular server itself, you would be able to manage EWM as an embedded EWM. But EWM does not come by default with your S/4HANA license. You need to pay to use all the functionalities of EWM. You need to pay a little bit extra license cost. Okay. Now I would be coming back once Mr. Naidu cover a quick cycle on EWM, that how EWM works. I would be coming back. I would be covering who can learn EWM and what are the things we would be providing you. What are the things we would be providing you? Before I give it to Mr. Naidu, I will quickly check what questions we have. And I would also let you know that we are having an exciting offer. We have two courses, EWM Mastery and EWM Excellence. EWM Excellence has very advanced topics are also there. And I can bet you nobody in the world right now has a SAP EWM Excellence content, which we have. We are also covering the integration with the different modules. We are covering integration with QM. We are covering integration with PP. Right now, Mr. Naidu is working to have an integration with TM. Those all advanced integration is covered in the Excellence with more advanced topic. And then we have a mastery course. In the mastery course, all the essential things which you require to become a EWM consultant is available. Okay. Now the offer we have is that if you can enroll the course in the 72 hours, we have a 50% off in the Excellence course. In next 72 hours, you can enroll for Mastery plus Excellence both together, and you will be getting 50% off into the Excellence course. Okay. We are starting our live sessions from 19th. We are starting. There would be one session on Saturday, 10:30 a.m. IST would be there, and one session on Sunday, 8:30 p.m. IST. Okay, we'll be having 2 sessions in a week. Okay, 2 sessions in a week would be there, and this would be the timing for them. Mastery will go through instructor-led session. 40 hours of instructor-led session would be there. There would be some additional content which you need to go through the recording, because our total content is very big. It's around 60 to 70 hours. Instructor-led will be giving for 40 hours. Same way, Excellence also, you will be getting 2 bundle access. EWM bundle access you will be getting for the Excellence at the 50% cost in the next 72 hours. But Excellence, we would be covering it once in a year. Okay, you will be getting all the recorded session for the Excellence, and the next live session for the Excellence will be happening during the month of June. Okay. All of the courses which we give it to you, you are able to attend the multiple iterations. If you're joining this batch of EWM, within a year, whatever the EWM batches we are doing it, generally we do 2, minimum 2, and it goes up to 3 also, but minimum 2 batches we do it, right? So you would be able to attend all the batches. If you are accessing the Excellence, whatever the live session will happen for the Excellence, in the next 1 year, you would be able to attend it. But Mastery session, we do 2 Mastery, then 1 Excellence. That's where we go. Mastery, Excellence, Mastery, Excellence. So Excellence, you will get it, all the recorded videos as soon as you enroll for it. But the live session would be happening for the Excellence in the month of June. Okay, recorded content, you will be having it today itself once you enroll. I would be talking about more what we cover in the bundles. There are so many things we have done into the bundle. So both the bundle together would be having 12 products together. If not 12, around 8 to 10 products together. And I can bet you no another institute, at least in this world, is giving that offering which we have. You can search anywhere. Okay. So over to Mr. Naidu. Just to give you a brief introduction about Mr. Naidu. Mr. Naidu has somewhere around 20 or 20 plus years of experience in the industry. He comes from the core warehouse management guy who worked onto the warehouse management processes. He has a deep knowledge onto the different warehouses. He has worked into the very complex warehouses, and then he worked on the different WMS system. And then he become from sourcing and procurement, SAP EWM, he become the EWM consultant by having an implementation of EWM in the world most complex warehouse management systems, or world's most complex warehouses, he has implemented EWM. Having around 10 years of core experience as a SAP EWM consultant, he has delivered the multiple projects around the globe. And he's a trainer with us more than 3 years, covering multiple individual batches and multiple corporate batches. So, Mr. Naidu, it's pleasure to have you, and I will give the stage to you. I will check if there is any question which is unanswered, which I need to answer, and then I will give it to you.
Can you hear Parminder ji?
Yeah, we can hear you. In between, Vijay has one question. Are you going to cover technical EWM in training? Technical part we don't cover, Vijay. It's more functional EWM training. People now want to know the difference between mastery and excellence. Okay, I will give it to Mr. Naidu. Mr. Naidu at the end also explain that what is mastery content and what is excellence content. I would be giving you the links so that you can also go through by yourself. The curriculum is available. In between, by the time Mr. Naidu would be explaining, Bhupinder, you can give the link, specific link to the curriculum give for the excellence. Bhupinder, over the chat. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
Hey all, good evening and good morning and good afternoon. I know that you are in different locations, geographical locations. Well, my name is P.L. Naidu. Thanks, Parminder. You already given my brief about my experience and skills. Yeah, and yeah, I'm very glad to see we started third session this year because we completed 2 successful sessions last year, both master and excellence, and we covered more than I can say it's more than 85 hours, but some we voluntarily we did a lot of things, and this is another third batch for me, and see how it goes. Yeah, thanks to him. I'm happy to see that a lot of people already having some kind of SAP background. Some people having MM. Yeah, MM is a good prerequisite for this one. But nevertheless, like, we don't need even any experience. But the way I start from the scratch, even you don't know any SAP, I will explain from the scratch so that you can observe everything, how EWM works and how SAP works. So that's what I did. I made a lot of people EWM consultant last 2 batches. Okay. And Parminder already mentioned about what is the warehouse management, how is the evolution happened SAP from WM to EWM, and now we are in the EWM also. It is in the again is the ECC is there, and also it is in the S4 system. Now it is emerging as S4. Almost everybody is moving to the S4 EWM system. As you know that SAP EWM is the latest WMS system and is a part of the supply chain management and SAP. And it has it is completely built as a brand new, completed new technical architecture. So we can't compare with the WM and this one. So it's a brand new, the way it started from the scratch. So they built, means they written some separate programming for this one to evolve for this EWM. So that's where, we can see a lot of popularity in EWM system now in terms of the warehouse management. Competitive with other commercial other softwares in that. Okay, well, why we need this EWM system so popular nowadays? And as you know, that WM is going to sunset by 25, 29. Is the 29 they're expecting? And as you know, that majority of the warehouses, almost a globe, around 36,000 SAP WM solutions implemented as of now. That means somewhere, some point of time, everybody should move to the EWM system. So that is a great opportunity in case you are looking for long-term career. So it is a good starting point for you guys. Okay, and as I said, like EWM, it handles a large warehouses, and you say large warehouses means like it depends on the volume of the warehouse. How do you say the volume of the warehouse? Depends on the picking, depends on the storing capacity, and you can say that is a large warehouse and small warehouse. Okay, and also EWM is one of the great flexibility to move, to capture, like to grab it in a complex and multi-step process. So whereas a warehouse management, simple warehouse management in even SAP, it's not possible for us to handle multi-step process. Okay, why multi-step process means, like we will go through that. I will explain the inbound and outbound, some of the advanced ones, so that you will understand how EWM works. Okay. And is also, we can always say, like, plan it such a way that, based on the fast and slow moving items. It's a based on seasonal project. Okay. So you know that how you can handle it is the more demand products we can handle very quickly. It should be very close to you and a pickable location, so that you need not to spend a lot of time movements of the resources and okay. So you can decide that which is a fast moving and slow moving products. Okay. And also, like, you can always say another means a good methodology it in EWM is a package requirement. You can handle a package requirement based on the customer specific also. Okay. So anything like, you packing requirements, it will be vary from depends on the industry to industry. So we can define the specific requirements of the customer. So we can define how many layers of packing required. So there is a separate packing specs we can define here. Okay. And EWM, where we have opportunity, we can high degree of automation and integration capabilities. High degree of automation means where you can even automate a lot of processes, and you can automate even as I said, like MFS system, material flow system. As you know that we are hearing now artificial intelligence. That means a lot of warehouse jobs is going to vanish. That means all low-end jobs will be vanished. Okay, because of the high automation, bringing the robotics, bringing to the all mechanical equipments. So that's where EWM and the MFFs is play a major role for all automation of the warehouses. Okay, there is no manual intervention. Once you drop the inbound area, that's it. The product will go to the conveyor system. It scans and everything until into the high racking locations. That means you don't need even any resource there. Everything is driven by a material flow system, EWM MFS system. And also like high integration and integration capabilities. Why you say EWM? Because we can integrate with the several other systems. You know that the EWM should work means it should have a sourcing and procurement where you receive the products, all the purchasing related, and you should have a OTC, order to cash cycle, that's called sales and distribution. And you should also, like in case you are doing for TM integration, transportation management, yes, you have very good flexibility to integrate with the TM, with the EWM. And also if you are anything manufacturing industry where you want to integrate with the EWM system, very powerfully even production systems in terms of that. Okay. And also you can integrate with the quality management system, because when you receive the products in a warehouse where we can, as soon as unload happen, you need to see that whether products are reasonably good enough, or you want to maybe specify certain lot so that to check the quality. So that means you can integrate EWM with the quality system. Okay. And also other than this one, say nowadays EWM is also integrated with GTS, where is import and exports. Okay, because it's a commercial in terms of the commercial, and also is a country's requirement. You cannot just simply receive any product from any globe. Okay, there is a country's mandatory saying that when you receive the product, all the inbound related items, it should be recorded in the government websites. Okay, and you cannot just sell the products to the different countries. So there are restrictions on that. So when your customer place order, you cannot deliver simply products. So some of the high technical products, or some of the maybe you can say that what I say something, there is the technical information they don't want to relieve it, and if you sell somebody, they may misuse the product. So GTS will play a major role. Okay, that's important, export compliance and everything. So even EWM we can integrate the GTS system. So that is the beauty of EWM, where you can integrate with all other SAP model, so that you can improve the overall supply chain management. Okay, EWM, yes, you can integrate third-party logistics, where you can integrate some of the transportation management with the EWM system. Okay, and warehouses. What kind of warehouses we can use for EWM? Can be used for anywhere: distribution center, manufacturing, transit warehouse. Okay, in industries, any industry say that. Okay, oil and gas, we can do that. Manufacturing industries, automotive, aerospace. Okay, pharmaceutical companies. Okay, so no mining. So you can use the EWM system anywhere, any industry. There is no restrictions on that. Okay, and Parminder has already mentioned, the difference between the basic and advanced functionalities in the embedded system. And we are working on embedded system where all the systems are sitting in the same locations. Okay, maybe I will go through more details after this. Okay, so basic warehouse management, what are the things we do in a warehouse? Typically is like an inbound process where you receive the goods. Okay, and outbound process where you deliver to the product to the customer. And inventory management, overall you see how the products are, how much stock is there, and whether is the stock is what location is there, what quantity is there. It's just a physical quantity and booking quantity, system quantity will be same. So all the inventory management will happen, and also physical inventory is a part of this one. And internal warehouse, where you do that internally, move the product from one location to other locations. And reporting at the end of the day, you need to know that how many picks we have done, how many put away we have done it, how much stock is there, how much stock you received, how much stock you delivered. So all these things you can capture this one. Okay, what is advanced functionality is like inventory management optimization, where you can slotting and rearrangement. Like, you can decide like which product is a priority, where the product should be there, how we can move the product, so how our resource will go on picking, how efficiently they can pick it, how we can reduce the movements. Now all these things, it's part of the inventory management. And also inbound process optimizations, both inbound and outbound. You might have already heard the deconsolidation. Okay, deconsolidation is one of the popular process in the EWM system, where you receive the you may receive with the big pallets. Pallet means like wooden pallets. It contains several products, maybe homogeneous products or non-homogeneous products, and it may vary different weights and dims for that. Okay, so deconsolidation is one of the best process in inbound, where you can handle different products. You can need to undergo the inbound process where you to deconsolidate. That means you dismantle or depacking and unpacking, again repacking, and where system drives automatically which product should go to which location. Okay, and outbound process optimization, one of the wave management. You know that outbound process, we have a number of requirement in terms of the customer orders. It may be standard orders, it may be rush orders. Within the standard, you may have a domestic order come, you may have even export orders, and similarly rush also, import and export, and also countries within the domestic and export. So how we are going to manage it? How we are going to use the management of wave management? How we can allocate the wave management, based on the routing, all these things. Okay, and material flow control system, as we discussed, a lot of warehouses, they are moving into the automation of the warehouse, saying that everything is driven by the mechanical equipments. So that's where I will give more touch base on MFF. And if you are going for advanced one, maybe not mastery excellence, then I may cover this time. Not earlier, we have not covered material flow. I may cover even material flow for if you go for excellence. So extensive, I'm planning for this. Maybe at least 3-4 hours I will cover material flow. Okay, and ad management system. Yeah, this is ad management is outside of the warehouse, where you see that how the vehicles are coming and going, all the things. So you cover everything, transportation management, dock appointment. And the labor management, I know that Steve asked one other thing. Labor management is a separate module, Steve, because some companies, they may adopt the labor management, some companies they may not. You know that European laws, they won't adopt labor, because you should not evaluate the resource performance and their movement. So there is against the laws also. It depends on the the industry and country, whether they want to go for labor management or not. And value added service is one of the popular one. So you want to, VAS means value added service, how you want to value the product, whether you may do the repacking, or you may add the value, or you may labeling process. So a lot of activities you can pop up using VAS. Okay, another advanced warehouse activity is the kitting. Kitting is like kind of where you kit the means you may build that. It depends on the requirement. Kitting can happen through the bill of material by production order. So where you collect different products and as a bill of material and put together and pack it, all the kitting kind of job. Okay, and a cross docking. And a cross docking is a typically you may receive the product from a different warehouse and it will go from inbound to the directly outbound. So that's called cross docking. And warehouse billing is not a mandatory. Some people will go for that. Okay, but majority we cover. Most of the thing we cover in a real-time industry, or whatever the process they are using. Okay, and this is the difference between the basic warehouse and advanced warehouse, and more or less same. And you can see that simple difference between the WM and SAP EWM. Okay, as you know that HU manage is at the storage location and even the bin, and whereas EWM we can maintain at the storage type level, and both whether it is HU or non-HU. Okay, there is in a EWM there is no mandatory like you have a bin means only HU he can keep. It's not requirement. He can keep even without HU also. That is the beauty of EWM. Okay, and one more thing, WM is a static one and a single step operations, so it can't handle a multi-step process. Okay, whereas EWM we have a dynamic and a multi-step operations. I will tell you multi-step process. Assuming that the moment the vehicle enters into the warehouse and until docking, unloading, deconsolidation, VAS, final put away. See all these 5-6 steps, it can be performed single stretch. So using the we have several process that's called the process oriented storage control and the layout oriented storage control. So where we capture all the steps, multi steps in a single process. Okay, and also the warehouse management, is a no comprehensive cockpit to see the warehouse activities and also exception handling. EWM we have a comprehensive warehouse monitor where you can see all how many inbound requires we received, how many we performed it, and how many warehouse tasks completed. So both inbound and outbound. So you can always see all the stock levels, lot of information, you can see everything. That means supervisor can sit there, monitor, he can check every information one monitor. Okay, we can say that one warehouse monitor cockpit, you can say. Okay, and as of SAP WM is like a limited in terms of wave planning. As I said, wave planning means like when you create the outbound scenario case, wave will be only applicable for outbound scenario. And when you have a lot of orders, customer place, same customer can place different orders, or maybe same orders. It may be the same route or like different route. So how you are going to manage it? How we can combine different OBDs so that you can release it a wave such a way that you can same time you can pick, pack, and deliver to the customer. So that's called wave planning. We will do once you start the course, and we will explain more on the how wave management, all the things. Okay, and we have a limited in a yard and as a transportation management in WM. And also if you look at the advanced, the way EWM, we have very, very advanced and flexible functionalities for wave management, ad management, automation, integration, and also RF functionalities. Okay, RF means like, majority of the warehouse guys, they use RF guns, and, only supervisors and maybe warehouse, some, quality people, they use for more on the desktop environment or free applications. Okay, majority, 85% warehouse clerks, operator, they use for RF guns. That means all the activities whatever we perform, inbound, outbound, even physical inventory, everything will be done by an RF environment. Okay. And just a simple, anyway, Parminder already covered here. So you can compare between the WM and the EWM system. If you look at here and see these functionalities not at all there here. Deconsolidation, salting, and docking, labor management, advanced return management. This is one of the powerful in a EWM system where we can manage it, return management, not only customer returns, even for the supply returns, and MFS, and we can configure RF environment and flexible process modeling. And even EWM WM is there, but not much capabilities comparatively EWM. You see this one. Okay, that is the difference between the simple SAP EWM and some simple WM and EWM. Okay, as we discussed, okay, typical EWM process. Okay, you can categorize, no matter it is, you can categorize entire EWM process into 3 categories. One is the inbound process, another is the outbound process, and the storage and operations. Inbound, everything you receive the inbound, okay, from the supplier you receive, or you may receive from the stock transfer orders, maybe from different warehouse or different plant for you. Okay, and quality management you can do in the inbound area, routing, all the things. So everything it covers an inbound process. Whereas outbound planning based on the customer orders, or like in a kit to stock or kit to order, Okay, so there are several outbound categories there. We will discuss more, but all outbound where we can plan like routing, wave, bin management, and picking optimization, packing up optimization, even staging, and also load management. Okay, so how we can integrate with the inbound process with the sourcing and procurement, how we can do outbound process of OTC, or whether both inbound outbound is also integrated with other modules like quality, whether it is production planning, and whether you are integrating with the TM system, both inbound, outbound. Okay. And the storage operations. Majority storage operations are internal process where we do a lot of physical inventory. Like, you always check that how much stock is there, whether physical stock is whatever the system showing the bin, particular bin, whether the physical stock and system stock both are matching or not. So we have a lot of approaches. There is a annual counting is there. There is cycle counting is there. So we will see that how operations will handle this physical. This physical inventory is one of the biggest work in a warehouse. A lot of people will work in inventory. And also replenishment is also internal process. As you know, the replenishment means as soon as you fulfill the customer order, stock level falls, obviously, you need to replenish again. Whether replenishment manually or replenish system driven. Majority is system driven. If it's a very large warehouse, it may not be possible for the individual to look into that. Okay, it should be the system driven. And the kit to stock is also internal process, and we will see that kit to stock, kit to order, all these things. Okay, and we have analytic reporting, very good option is there, and resource and labor management. Resource definitely we are going to cover. Without resource, we cannot perform our warehouse activities. Labor, as I said, is completely, it depends on the business whether they want to go for labor or not. Okay, cross docking, yes, we are going to cover cross docking. Ad management, we are going to cover it. And just so I will give touch base on the import and export dangerous good compliance. As I said, GTS system is okay, and definitely we covered the RF systems extensively. Material flow, I will give more on the some kind of brief, 3-4 couple of hours videos on that. Okay, and just I will maybe next session we will cover more on that. Okay, you can always see the difference. See, you need to understand that for every system, every approach, every warehouse management solution, there are the pros and cons. Okay, you can't say that okay, this EWM it gives everything. Okay, one way is EWM giving you better process and better solution, better flexibility and better visibility, all this. But same time, the money also requirement, right? Because you need to invest more because IT resources require a lot of, because the more advanced, more again is investment required. So there is a pros and cons for every warehouse solutions in a SAP. Okay. And this is the a simple way I put on a EWM, where we can say pros, and as a cons is like, IT is a complexity is also there. And, advanced pros is we have flexibility, and you can include VAS. The VAS is, as I said, a very powerful process in any warehouse. Without VAS, I don't think so any warehouse works. Okay? VAS is a very mandatory. And just I want to give touch base some of the people who does not know even much SAP. So these are the SAP portfolio where we see that, and SD and material management, production, finance and controlling, and human resources and quality and planning. This is the EC system. If you look at the S4 product portfolio, where we can see that S4 finance, sourcing and procurement, and our EWM system comes under the S4 supply chain. And manufacturing, you see that earlier PP now is become a manufacturing. And earlier we see called as sales and distribution, now is called as sales. Okay. And earlier we call as a material management, now we call it sourcing and procurement. That's where source S4 portfolio will be slightly, the name convention will be different. Okay. And I know that Steve mentioned this is called human resources now. Now we call as I think another name is there, success factors, something. Yeah. Now is also that another terminology is there. Okay. And we have EWM, we have several landscapes. Okay. It has evolved since 2006, and we have several landscapes, and over the period of time it has evolved. Before that, and is a ECC, where is like SAP ERP system. We call as ERP, that is called, and SAP EWM, and it may sit into the SAP in a SCM server. And even is released in 2015, and the S4 has into the picture. Now, even during that time also, SAP EWM sitting into the different server, SCM server. Okay, but November 2016, they released a new version is called S4 HANA, and that is called embedded system. Everything sitting on the same location, and WM is also part of that one. Okay, warehouse management is also part of that, but as I said, by 29, I believe that 29 it will be removed from S4 also. That means majority S4 embedded EWM as well as decentralized. Even decentralized, further going, it may be maybe to down the time to the 30, 35, it will be vanished there. That means everything will be handled in the embedded system. Okay, we will discuss what is embedded and what is a decentralized. I know that Parminder already given a brief introduction, but we will see that. Okay, we will go through more detail in the next session, but just I want to give a little bit flavor about the entire EWM process, landscape, all these things. So as you know that every landscape, every process, there is a pros and cons. We cannot go, if you choose something, there are the pros, there are cons. Okay, so the most popular one we have now is the embedded EWM. Most of the industries are choosing the embedded EWM because, and a lot of IT will be reduced and everything sitting in one location. Okay, so you can enable very easy, and we can improve a lot of in terms of supply chain, overall supply chain. You can improve it. Okay, but nevertheless, as I said, you can't eliminate decentralized system because depends on the industry, depends on the volume of the warehouse. Some people they choose for decentralized, some people they choose for the embedded system. Okay, we'll discuss more on that. Okay, there's a very few differences between this one, but we will cover everything in our training, and you will be, it's you can say that after finishing our training, you will be minimum 3 to 4 years experience. You'll gain that because the way we teach is almost we will bring a real-time projects here. Okay. And see, this is the deployment options we have. We have a embedded is also called as a centralized one, as another one is called decentralized. If you look at the difference between the embedded one, so everything sitting is one location here. The EWM is sitting same system, and also all the enterprise management system like finance, sales, and everything, sourcing, everything sitting in the same location. So this is called embedded system. So no additional resource, no additional IT requirement is needed. So we can handle very easily, and even integrations very easy, very simple also. If you look at the decentralized system, what is needed? See, now it become this is another system, and this has become another system. And to integrate between this, we need an interface called core interface requirement. Okay, why we need a core interface? Because you need to talk each other, right? The system, both systems should talk each other. How the system will talk each other? Anything you receive some goods, okay, inbound deliveries. Okay, deliveries it should flow down from the S4 to the EWM system. Then you should have some kind of interface required. Okay, master data. If you have a master data, what kind of master data we have? Customers, vendors, materials, plant, storage locations, everything should flow down. Okay, through the core interface, we can always distribute these master data, or you can say that even delivery transactional data through the core interface. That is the difference between this one. Okay, and the layman term I'm explaining. Okay, but we'll go more detail. See, as usual, there are as I said, every deployment will be advantages there, disadvantages. Okay, some companies they choose for the decentralized because there are flexibilities. There are the advantages if you go for the deployment. I mean, it's decentralized management. Okay, especially decentralized where we have very big warehouses where number of picks will go for more than 1 million. Okay, I'm repeating, more than 1 million. And so that kind of warehouses, very larger warehouse, you say that, larger warehouse, how you quantify that? You quantify based on the picks and based on the inbound receipts, or based on the outbound picks or outbound deliveries. Okay, that's where you can say that, how we quantify this, a larger or smaller. Okay, at least if it is a 1 million picks on a daily basis, then I can say that it's a good to go for decentralized system. Okay, so where we can be, like I said, yeah, if I'm calling as a SAP ERP or S4, both are the same. Okay, don't confuse it. ERP, S4, some people call it ERP or S4. Okay, and EWM is separate system. Okay, this is where if at all any possible downtime, it can be handled in a decentralized system. Whereas embedded system, assuming that everything's sitting one location, if S4 system is down, then you cannot perform EWM system, EWM activities. That means warehouse activities, either inbound or outbound physical activity. Okay, whereas a decentralized system, even though S4 system is down, because both are sitting in different locations, still you can perform your regular activities. Okay, until this S4 is up. Okay, that is the difference between the decentralized and the embedded system. Apart from that, scale up. Scale up means how you can, for example, you can easily roll up into flexibility rolling for the different warehouses. It is available in the decentralized system. Okay, you can easily roll up into different other systems. Okay, and also scale up, scale out. Scale out means like whether you want to integrate with the EWM with a different ERP systems. That flexibility is only if you're going for the decentralized system. Okay, and also like in terms of the different release cycles and downtime, like for example, you have done it, you have already gone live, and you have done some extent, but you want to go for a different enhancement. That time decentralized really good because we can release it in a different cycles. Okay, and it can be connected even third party, and is a very high performance decentralized system. Because I said like because two systems, the performance wise is a very good. But as you know that everything sitting in one location, definitely you may not see that performance as you see in decentralized. All right, but nevertheless, nowadays because of the advanced technologies available now, like servers, everything, I don't think so. Even embedded is more equally high performance. You can see that. Okay, and just I will give a few more minutes and like see how typical layouts you can see that. Okay, in any industry, it is a design based on the three types: either U shape, I shape, or L shape. This is the type of warehouses design. Okay, this is the typical is the like U-shaped design, where we have inbound docks, outbound docks, and the staging areas, that is called storage areas, and the packing areas, and the shipping areas. This is the typical terminology. Okay, this is another warehouse, where a smart warehouse WM system, where you can see that vehicle is the entrance at the entrance gate, and moving all around at the dock add area. Add means outside of the warehouse is called add. Okay, outside of the add. So the where vehicle is dock in and dock out, even checking and checkout point is another one. And Parminder has shown the same exact picture. Okay, this is a very highly complex warehouse, and where we receive the goods and where you perform all the activities in terms of that. Okay, I'll come back here, but this is a very complex warehouse. And see, this is the MFS system. Okay, both are of MFS. It won't work without MFS here. Okay, that's what is not just only the EWM. It is enough here. It requires EWM and also EWM system, where you want to handle with the automated storage and automated retrieval. Okay, ASRS, that's called ASRS, automated storage, automated retrieval. See, all these things, the conveyors are there, and there is a in between aisle, there is a conveyors or hierarchy conveyors are moving around both locations. These are the yellow locations. You can see this here also. Okay? So this warehouse is a very, very complex warehouse, and I will try to cover as much as possible in our training. This is the like some kind of warehouse, so you can see that docking thing. And these are the terminologies we use. Typical warehouse, where you see that this is the doors, inbound goods receipt area, and deconsol work center, quality work center, VAS work center, where you perform all the activities, and packing work center, where when you get a customer or you pack it, and racking area where you store it, and also fixed bin. There are some dedicated fixed bin. We'll discuss what do you mean fixed bin, and what is the shelves, and the goods receiving area. See that this is I design. And inbound, you receive it and keep the goods, and you deliver the customer through the goods issue staging area. This is outbound area, the typical one. And this is the overall supply chain, how it works, like everything receiving, and how your parts are classified, how you are going to place the parts. Okay, how you are going to documents, like you receive the inbound document, outbound document, or okay, and how you are going to handle this goods. and how you are going to do picking and packing, how you are going to dispatch. This is the overall supply chain end-to-end flow. Okay. And another one is what are the structural elements in a warehouse? Okay. Typical elements, how you are going to connect in the system. Okay. And the S4 system, the company, a lot of people are aware of company, how it works, and plant, storage locations, how you are going to integrate between the S4 and AWM. Okay. And there are the typical terminologies, already Parminder covered. Plant, the plant is a link to the storage locations, and the warehouse management is directly linked with the storage type and storage bins. Okay, so quant is the lowest one, and you can see the bin is also the lowest one. And we have a section, but section is not a mandatory in EWM, but nevertheless, you can define even section also. Okay, these are the typical structure of the elements, and warehouse number is 4-digit number, and storage type, and followed by storage section, storage bins. Okay, storage bins is the bins where you are keeping the physical stock there. Okay, it's lying the physical stock in the bins. Lowest element in the warehouse is the storage bins. Okay, and the storage type means typically every area you need to capture the physical movements. Okay, see, for example, storage type means I wanted define my doors. So doors you have to define as a storage type, and a goods receipt area I want to capture the physical area, that's called storage type. Deconsolidation. So goods is any physical location. If at all I want to capture it, then you should define as a storage type. It may be door, it may be goods receiving area, it may be deconsolidation area, it may be hierarchy, it may be fixed bin, or it may be outbound doors, it may be goods issue. So that is called storage type. Okay, every storage type followed by the storage section or a storage bin. Storage bin is a mandatory, storage section is not requirement. Okay, it's not a mandatory in WM system. Okay. And some kind of you may be interested in integration. How is the integration flow? Somebody asked. Okay, typically it's like this: system integration and master data integration. Okay, and delivery, warehouse integration, process integration. What do you mean system integration? Okay, system integration means how you are going to integrate it. Okay, what are the things you are going to integrate between the S4 system and the EWM system? Okay, using the RF settings, you can always to integrate the EWM and S4. Okay, we'll discuss next session, but just I'm giving the few overview. Master data integration. How you are going to integrate master data between the S4 system and the EWM system. As we said, if it is a decentralized system, it's a mandatory core interface. Okay, if it is a embedded system, we don't need any SIF here. That means any master data, any transactional data, I can transfer without the SIF. Plant can be transferred as a location, shipping point is location, and the customer and vendor is moved as a business partner. Strictly speak, if S4 system, we are not going to call as a customer and vendor, we call as a business partner. That means no longer, we are not going to use any customer vendor. So all customer vendors and individuals will be defined as a business partner. That business partner automatically distributed into or automatically transmitted into EWM system as a business partner. Okay, if it is any material you create an S4 system, that will be distributed, will be transmitted as a product. You call it a material, here is a product. Okay, embedded system, you don't need SIF. You can, as soon as this one, it will automatically be distributed here. So no action is required. We will show that. If it is a decentralized system, yes, using SIF, you can always move this. I will show both scenarios. Next, transactional data. Transactional data means typically is inbound deliveries, outbound deliveries, where you deliver it. Inbound means you receive the goods, right? Against the purchase order, you get a inbound delivery, you receive the physical stock, warehouse will see the inbound deliveries. Against the inbound delivery, they perform all the unloading and the staging area and the deconsolidation if required, or final put away. Outbound deliveries, against the sales order, and outbound delivery is created in a EWM S4 system. It is distributed here as outbound delivery. So depends on the whether embedded system or decentralized system, it varies further. If it is a decentralized system, inbound delivery directly distributed as an inbound notification. If it is outbound delivery, distributed outbound delivery. Okay, for both scenarios, for inbound, for the decentralized, embedded and decentralized, Without distribution model, you cannot you cannot distribute any transactional data. Both scenarios, both cases, we have to enable the distribution model. Okay, we'll discuss what is the distribution model, how we can enable the both systems so that the deliveries will flow from the S4 system to the EWM system. Okay, and these are the difference, but we'll discuss more on that. And this is also one more, I explain very clear diagram where you can see that how transactional and master data will flow down from ERP system. Okay, that means it's a old system. Okay, and ECC system, how our S4 system, latest system, with the decentralized. Okay, if only thing is, as I said, we are not going to work this one, but we are going to work this one, and where we work with the S4 environment, and that is, if it's a decentralized, then we need a SIF, because I need to move plant and shipping point as the locations when I'm using the SIF, and a business partner will be distributed as a business partner. Okay, all materials will be distributed as a product. Transactional data, if it is a decentralized, inbound delivery is an inbound delivery notification, and outbound delivery request, using the queued remote function control. That's called as a distribution model, is using the queued remote function controls. Okay, if it is embedded, we don't need of any SIF. That's only the difference. Okay, so this one, and just I'm going to explain the few of the delivery documents. What do you mean delivery document? You know, you have an inbound delivery, you have outbound deliveries. Inbound, how it starts from that? ERP means all I can say S4 or ERP. Okay, so if it is a decentralized, against the purchase order, you create inbound delivery. Inbound delivery distributed as a notification. Against the notification, you create a system generated inbound delivery. After that, you do the unloading and put away all these activities. Whereas the embedded system, okay, embedded system, see this, all are sitting in one system only. Okay, one system only. Everything sitting in one system. There is no, see here is we have a two system, ERP system and EWM system. Two system, two boxes here. There is the one box. So notification is eliminated in the embedded system. Delivery distributed as an inbound delivery. Then rest of the activities same. Unloading, put away, all these things. Okay. So this is the delivery documents. And we have outbound delivery as well. See the same thing, and decentralized two systems. Delivery, outbound delivery request, and whereas it is eliminated here, one document in embedded system. Outbound delivery created as the outbound delivery. Okay, outbound delivery means again the sales order we created. And also there is a production flow. I know that a lot of people are interested in production flow. I think we covered last session, nearly 4.5 hour session. We have covered it extensively. We covered last session. Okay, so again as the purchase order, production order, and replicates the expected goods dispatch and inbound delivery. So same thing is the embedded. So there is a direct, and again as the manufacturing order, and automatically inbound delivery created through the PMR. And this is another one is posting changes. How two system will posting change happens. Okay. And also if are more, I know that a lot of people are more interested in the integrations also, TM integration. So this is the overall integration will happen TM system. Okay. So if it is, as I said, like, you know, majority people who go for the TM is outbound process because customer is a more, right? So we need to meet the customer requirements. So we have to plan such a way that everything, when you have to pick pack and when you have to plan the shipment so that, you know, we can deliver our products to the sub customer on time. Okay. So majority EWM TM is a more popular in outbound process rather than inbound, unless until if a client they need both process. Okay, inbound outbound. Okay. This is a typical flow how it works in a again as the sales order, outbound delivery, then outbound after pick pack. Again is a good how you are going to integrate there is called freight unit, how integration between the EWM the TM, how integration all this S4. So this thing we will cover that. Okay. We already covered this one, and there is a what I will do that I will go through simple. I know that is a very complex process, but I don't want to go for this complex one. I will cover simple inbound process. Do you have any questions? Maybe 5-10 minutes I will cover, 5 minutes I will cover simple inbound process, how it works, overall EWM, how it looks like. Okay, maybe what I will do, I will cover simple inbound process. Then I will answer all your questions, guys. Okay. Just I'll bring my SAP screen quickly. Okay. What I'm going to now, I will try to demonstrate this example now, so that at least you should feel it, right? What we are trying to do there. This is though I've said is the typical inbound process. As a typical inbound, see purchase order. Who is going to raise a purchase order? Is the purchasing department. Against the purchase order, the document flow the supplier. Against the supplier will confirm. Then as soon as the confirm, we create a ASN, that's called advanced shipping notification. Against the advanced shipping notification, inbound delivery created automatically or manually. It depends on the business. Okay. The inbound delivery is distributed as an inbound delivery in EWM system. Against the inbound delivery, we perform the unloading. Okay. And the goods receipt, that means goods are received. As soon as the unloading and goods receipt happen, the system will communicate back to the S4 system about the goods reposting. How it is happening, the flow down. Okay. And as soon as the put away, we performed it. That means you move the stock directly final bins. So how EWM system stocks automatically updated back to the S4 system as a storage locations. Okay. So this overall flow, I will explain in a few minutes so that you can understand majority of the things. Okay. How it will go further.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
Quickly, this is simple inbound process so that you can understand. Okay. As you know that the starting point to create a inbound delivery, first of all, you need a purchase order. So I'm going directly to create a purchase order. So this is the activity is done by the in a real time, it is by the purchasing team. So even as a business user, honestly saying, okay, I will try to get my purchase orders, something recently created something. Okay. I have already created one purchase order. Just you can drag and drop so that you can keep all these things like if a MM guy, I did not tell you, and if is there anybody new, so don't worry, we will cover next training sessions. Okay. Supplier, he's a supplier to provide this material, and I need a 5 quantity and from the supplier, and this is the purchasing group and a company, and the net price. When we received it, where should come? It should come to the plant. My plant is 2710, and where should when you receive it? Okay, there is a receiving on dock that's called 271D. That's what we have created some master data. So don't worry. So this is the purchase requisition and purchase orders required in terms if at all I want to create a delivery. Okay, so just I'll quickly do that. Just save it. So once we have a purchase order, okay, in a real time, as I said, purchase order creation is not enough, right? The document should go to the supplier. Supplier should confirm saying that yes, I have a stock and I will deliver it. So that's called advanced shipping notification. And as soon as we have from him, and we will create a inbound delivery against the purchase order. Okay, I'm going to create a demo for this one. And this is called the external ID is called advanced shipping notification. And then I'm going to create a delivery, and for this 5 quantity, okay, supplier is confirmed yes is going to deliver it. Okay, now I need to pack it because I don't know packing. Since I don't know packing, what I can do, I can use some generic packing material to pack this one, because customer typically supplier will send a material, may not send by just a raw material, right, or finished goods or anything. He will send some packing material, either pallets, okay, even pallets also, US pallet, Czech pallet, Euro pallets, any kind of packing material. Okay, I'm trying to pack it here as a generic packing material here, and I'm trying to save here. If you look at as soon as I save, the document delivery is created and was saved, distributed EWM system. How it is as soon as the delivery created here in S4 system, how it is distributed here, how delivery document is distributed. As I said, this is a transactional data. It is distributed because we have already enabled distribution model. Means we have already enabled integration in the system. Okay, and also we have materials, vendors already we created. We have already distributed into EWM system. So this master data, everything already happened earlier. Okay, now is the delivery where I can see this delivery in a EWM system. Okay, I'm logging into my EWM system. Okay, that is called PRDI. Okay, so using transaction / and SDM PRDI, I know the inbound delivery number, then I can use it. Okay, or I can use my ASN number. So as soon as here, you can see that this is the delivery, and you can say document number, document category, warehouse number, all the thing, goods receipt not started, put away, the status, and also item level. You can see that what is the material, what is the quantity, all the information. You can see this one. Okay, just quickly I will go. 1 second, I will say this is the. You can see that what is the document category, document type. Okay, how it is working, because there is a configuration background there. Okay, so that's what is working now. You can always see what is the material and what is the warehouse process type. Warehouse process type means is called the movements. We call as the movements, how we are capturing movements through the warehouse process type. Goods movement bin. And these are things we will discuss next sessions anyway, but typically it looks like a inbound delivery. Once you receive inbound delivery, and also I can always see this data, even monitor also, custom monitor. That's called the EWM monitor. Okay, that is called the MON. We call it the MON. Same delivery, if a supervisor, you want to see that how many order receipt we got it, how many inbound receipt we got. So everything you can see there. See this inbound, you can see outbound, inbound, physical inventory, stock levels, everything you can see there. See, for example, inbound delivery. So you copy inbound delivery, you can see all the status of this. Okay, what are they? What is the quantity we have? Okay, you may terminal say the warehouse task, warehouse order, handling unit. What do you mean handling unit? That is called the physical products, which is a packed this HU. Okay, and warehouse task means the task is required to move the handling unit as soon as unload happen to move the final locations. That means just if you come back any locations. See, if you look at here my screen here, hope you can see my warehouse layout which is designed. Okay, we created everything from the scratch. So this is a warehouse layout we have created, and we have trained everything previous sessions with the help of this drawing only. Okay, so what is the again as a purchase order inbound delivery created, then the truck arrives and through the door you unloaded here. Okay, once unload happened, then system may drive you different locations. It may go here or it may go to the here. How system is driving here? Okay, through this some strategies, put away strategies, all is there. Okay, that's where you have to work out background configuration, so that as soon as you unload happen, certain product, some X product, okay, the product will tells that where should go this one. Okay, where exactly should go that. There is a put away strategies. Okay, so exactly I'm doing now is we have a purchase order, inbound delivery created, physical product arrived, so unloading happened through the door, and we are at the inbound staging area. Then system should create a warehouse task, okay, to move this HU to the any location. Maybe I want to move this HU to here, and there is a task is required. For every task in a EWM system, we should have a warehouse order. Okay, without warehouse order, you cannot confirm the warehouse task. That means every task, all the tasks, it should be assigned to the one warehouse order. That is a mandatory. Okay, warehouse order is like a work package. Okay, work package. Under the work package, you assign all the tasks, all the warehouse tasks, like to move the product, to move the HUs from one location to the other location. So that is called warehouse task. Okay, I'm going back to the again screen now, SAP screen. So now we have inbound delivery. So how I can create a warehouse task now? Okay, so we have several options you can create. You can create from the warehouse task, create warehouse task here background, or I can create a warehouse task from the PRDI, that's called inbound delivery. So that's where we use the PRDI. Okay, you can see the right side at the bottom level where we can see all the transactions in case you are not familiar with this. Okay, now this is already packed now. So how do I know that this delivery is already packed? Go to here, follow function packing. Okay. Okay, see this is already packed. This product is a pack with this number. This is a packing material. This is the material 5 quantity. So now since it's already packed, so I need not to do any action now. So See this address now is a goods is not started, put away not started. I'm going to create a warehouse task so that this HU should move from staging area to the final location, any racking location. Inbound delivery, warehouse task. Okay. And I didn't select that. Okay, you need to select this one and inbound delivery and warehouse task. So the task we are creating to move this HU from staging area to the final locations. So you can try it if everything is a put away strategy is enabled, everything. When you create, system should not give any warning or anything. See, something, because there is some kind saying the system is failing. So storage such criteria is failing. It's not proposing the bin. Okay. We can always see that why is the reason why it is the failed for this one. Okay. But as of now, I'm trying to pick directly. I need to move this product. Okay. Certain locations. Okay. So I'm going to create a warehouse task. Okay. So we have, see, this is real-time data. You can see we might have created almost 1800 bins we have created. So just I'm trying to move here now. Okay. So I can create now warehouse task. See, as soon as the task is created, then you can save it. Then system will say that warehouse order is created at the bottom. Okay. This is a manual I'm creating, guys. Okay. Manual I'm creating warehouse task. But real time, complex one, system should drive everything. Okay. So the warehouse order is created below maybe 2 lakhs 72 something. Okay. So now if you go to the confirmation, this task in a real time, the warehouse order will be entered by the RF gun. So they will move the stock. Okay. If you look at here now, see, this is the warehouse order. Under the warehouse order, the tasks are assigned. Okay. Maybe 10 warehouse tasks assigned when one warehouse order, it depends on that. Okay. But at least every warehouse task should be assigned to the one warehouse order. Otherwise, you cannot perform any warehouse task. Now you see the source location. It is a GR zone that's called goods receipt zone, where you receive the goods and you are moving to the wide aisle pick phase, that is called the racking area. That's what I told you earlier. Okay, just you can confirm it so that this stock, okay, it will be automatically confirmed now. So now you say confirmed, you can come back. As soon as the confirmed stock unload happen, same time look at this one, goods receipt happened, put away is also completed. The same time happens this one. How does it happen? Goods receipt. Okay. Now you have seen that stock is already put away happened. Now, how do I know that stock is put away happened? Where is my stock levels? Okay. So here, if I refresh, everything is completed now. Okay. If I'm going stock and bin, stock overview. Okay. See, this is the material I created mid-gen. Now you can see the stock here. Okay. See, this is the different bin. That's what we selected, right? 5 quantity here. Earlier, it was there 5 quantity. Another 5 quantity. Just now we moved here 5 quantity. Okay. How is the EWM? How is the S4 system understand now how the stock levels will be updated back to the S4 system? Okay. So through the PPF action, that is called the post-processing framework. That is called PPF. Through the PPF, system sends the communication back to the S4 system. Okay. So this is the communication happened saying that we have goods received for EWM system. And it communicates back to the S4 system. How do I know that this has received back to the S4 system? Okay. I'm going to log into the S4 system. Now, /n VL33E1. Okay. This is the transaction for all the inbound deliveries. VL33N. Okay. Enter your inbound delivery number. Okay. You can always see the goods movement. See this one? Already goods movement is completed. So that if you look at this movements, flow diagram, see, this is the handling unit. You already goods receipt happened. And also it has moved from the storage locations. That means, so typically I'm drawing one simple drawing. Okay. You have a receipt of the HU. You moved the racking area, big racking here. You moved this one to some location. Okay. When you receive this, we have a storage location called 271D. This is the storage location, IM based storage locations. Okay, 271, yes. This is IM based storage location. But you cannot refer as the storage locations here. We will refer as the availability one. Okay, AA01 and AA02. There is a configuration behind that. Then how do I know that my system, it is reached from 271 to 271? How we are mapping? Okay. Now 271D, you receipted, you move to the stock for available for sale. So goods receipt. If you see the display document, you can see all the financial transactions here. See that what is the quantity, where we have moved. See, this is the one quantity, 271D, and how financial activities happened here. Okay. If you look at the financial documents, so GRI happened and inventory raw material will up. Okay. So same time we have to pay money for the supplier, right? So same inventory will up, your stock level up, and same time your money, it will go off, right, from your finance. Okay. So that's why this is the financial accounts trigger. Both it can say BSX, WRX. If you go in MM, you know already. And these are the accounts. Okay. Anyway, we will explain more in real time. Don't worry. Okay, this is the movements happened in the background goods receipt 101 receipt. And also another document you can say that how when you receive the goods, where it has moved from what location to what location it is moved. Okay, from 271D to 271. Yes, how it is happened here, how system understand how this enabled here. So there is an integration, is configuration background, how we can integrate with the storage locations, with a plant, with the EWM terminology called availability groups, so that when you receive the goods, it will be coming as available to 001, how linked with the 271D as a receptive goods, how it will be moved into available group 002, how it will be in turn linked with the 271, yes, that is called the available for sale, that is unrestricted stock. So all these things we will discuss in further going. Okay. So this is the one we see that stock already moved, and also we can check stock levels. Okay. See, once you always right, when something happened in EWM system, everything should go back to the S4 system also. You can't say that, okay, it has happened EWM. So there is a 10 quantity. Definitely there should be 10 quantity even in S4 system. The stock level should be appear here also. So if at all I want to see that MMBE is a transaction where I can check these stock levels. My plant is 2710. Sorry, 2710. So I need to ensure that stock has updated back to the S4 system. See, now is the 10 quantities there. So both systems are aligned now. Both EWM system. So EWM system 10 for this product, and same here also S4 system is also 10 quantity. Okay. So this is the end-to-end flow. And I will stop now. This is the one example I'm trying to explain to you how it works end-to-end process and how the delivery documents will flow, how purchase order, what is the sub-base, and okay, how the PPF action will trigger, how the stock level will update back. Okay. I will stop now, and I will ask all the questions, guys. Okay. Parminder, are you there?
Yes, I am here. Mr. Naidu. Thank you for covering a lot of things. I have a few questions which I was trying to type there. So people were having a question related to the live session. So I am confirming back the live session would be 40 hours of live session in the mastery and 25 hours of live session in the excellence module would be there. But the total content is a little bit more. So we would be asking you to go for some of the sessions from the recording. So it's a combine of few. So all the major content, we try to give it into the live session. That's why we name it as a gamifier. And some of the specific topics, we will ask you to go with the video recordings also, right? Okay. So 40 hours of live session into the mastery and 25 hours of live session into the excellence. Okay.
Yes, Parminder. To add for your so what I want to try to convey here is like these are the previous sessions, guys, which we covered. Okay, you can see that every scenarios we covered here. A lot of testing we have done it here. So you can see that all the warehouse structure we have discussed, master data, document flow, complex inbound process, auto packing we covered. Okay, layout oriented storage control for the MFS where we use extensively, exception handling, RF frameworks. Okay. And outbound process, physical inventory, cross-docking, and QM EWM integration, TM EWM integration, PP, serialization, kits, a lot of things we covered last sessions. Okay. So we extensively cover everything.
This which Mr. Naidu is showing, it's a combination of mastery and excellence.
Yes.
It is the combination of two.
If you see the mastery, this is the where we covered all the mastery sessions here. And this is the mastery sessions we covered.
Okay, even though you would also be having not only the dynamic sessions, you would also be having recordings from the previous session that also would be available. Last time also we said 40 hours, but it goes little long. It goes beyond 60 hours. We want to make sure that the live sessions are completed somewhere between 40 to 45 hours. There is a reason for that, because from the 7 years of our trainings which we are providing, we are doing a lot of analysis. And our analysis said that if we can give a good enriched live content in 40 to 45 hours, that's the best suit and that's the best go. The longer training, after some point, we see that people stop joining them, right? People are not joining at the last session. They are overwhelmed with the information. So there's a lot of topics which, some students ask for, ye bhi kar sakte ho, wo bhi kar sakte ho. So we have provided into the recordings to answer that satisfaction, but we don't want to make it that long कि you see कि यार ये तो बहुत ही बड़ा है, it is too big to cover, it's not ending it, and then you think that you are not able to start your EWM journey. And our analysis said that the students who get the best output is who go through the live session, plus who also go through the content on their own and also practice on the system. Three things if the students do, they are the most successful. If everything we will try to spoon feed you, ki bhaiya khalo, the success will not come. So you'll need to put efforts from your side also, right? That's why we try to bring 40 hours of instructor-led live sessions. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos. Few sessions will give you specific topics. Bhaiya, go through this recording for this topic. But major core content, which is most important for an EWM trainer, we'll try to cover into the live sessions.
Yeah. And also, Parminder, we need to be highlight here. So we have covered a lot of time, even support role also. Okay. See, a lot of people they cover the only training. But we have covered almost all the griefs. You guys, if you're real interested, almost all the real-time problems we covered here. Like any support, if at all support role, after finish this training, you can walk through that. Okay, even if at least minimum you can say that 3 years experience, you can say minimum 3 years. So that much we cover it. So you can do any problem, you can solve any problem in real time. The day one you can answer it. Okay. That means anything you come across inbound, how you can do end-to-end cancellation process, how you are going to handle this inbound grief, how you are going to handle the outbound griefs, how to do the end-to-end cancellation process, entire end-to-end process. That means when you received you have done it, put away, how we can reverse the whole process, both inbound and outbound. How we can do cancellations.
One of the scenarios somebody was asking, are we covering the STO scenario also? My answer was that once the delivery is created, it's the same process in the EWM, but you can better answer it, Mr. Naidu. Are we covering a STO process here also?
STO, we have not covered it, but it's not a big deal. But the only thing is, STO means you have two plants, at least two plants. See, it happens like, two storage locations also, it happens STO. For example, IM based location into non-IM based location. If at all you want to receive the goods from IM based location into same plant, I'm telling you the same plant works. Couple of storage locations, IM location, couple of storage locations are the warehouse management location. You can use the STO there. Or else like plant to plant, or else we can go for the even company to company. Okay. But majority of the outbound, if we cover, you may be good enough. But if you want, we can cover one scenario where, we can go for a plant to plant. So that one plant requires some material, other plant, deliver other materials. Okay, STO process.
Thank you, Mr. Naidu. Mr.
But we'll cover that is excellence course, because we in a basic we may not cover, but definitely excellence we will cover.
Barada is asking that why integration with MM and EWM is not mentioned. Just to mention that EWM is a core integration. Without that, EWM does not work. So the inbound processes would be having integration with MM and EWM, that is covered into the mastery course itself. Outbound processes would be having integration with the SD. So that is also covered in the mastery itself.
Yeah. So that fundamental is here, guys. Sourcing.
So we don't specifically mention it.
we see both the sourcing and procurement, that's material management, SD, is a compulsory to integrate EWM system. Okay, that is a must, so that you will know everything. Okay, and the production also, I said we are covering them, right? You know how to do even integration with EWM the production. So we are covering extensively. And also we are covering the quality management. So extensively, you know how to do enable both systems. Okay. Only thing is we have not yet covered is the TM, but we have done it everything in the system. But only thing I need to do some testing. Once the testing done, yes, yeah, we will cover even this session. This session we are going to cover with the both EWM TM integration. Okay, and apart from that, we give a lot of business knowledge, guys. Okay, so don't think like we may just okay, one inbound process. It's not like that. Our kind of training is we explain the business process, assuming that if we are going real time, how our business users, how they will explain the process, how they want to do. Similarly, we do here also. We develop business process, then organize the business process. We will lay down everything, all the process steps. Okay.
We also have some. Yeah, we also have some hand raised. Akshay, can you go ahead first with your question?
Yeah.
Your hand is raised, and then Rajesh and Pankaj can go.
Please.
Rajesh, Pankaj, or Akshay, whoever has raised the hand, do you have any question to ask? You can unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, we consider that the hands are raised by mistake.
Okay.
Not a problem. All the questions are welcomed, Barada.
Yeah. And also we want to highlight that we got very good response, guys. Previous sessions, you can always approach even previous people in case if you have access. But we got very good response, 2 sessions. This is the 3rd time we are doing. Okay. We have, yes, I mean, you can say thundering response we got from the people who have undergone 2 sessions. I'm fortunate because their feedback always helps me, like how to improve the training, everything. Okay, but we got commanding response last time. Yeah.
So the links which has been shared, if you will go through the links, you would be able to subscribe. You would be able to check what are the things covered in the bundle. Okay, and in that you would also see all of the reviews. Also, you will see all of the reviews which people has given for us.
And one thing is like, we cover a lot of testing scenarios so that, you will, but at the end of the day is like, you need to practice. Okay. Practice is the only the solution for EWM. Maybe other module I don't think so that complex, but practice is must for EWM. Only practice. Understand the business scenario, then we will also give all the steps also. I think I prepared for the inbound, outbound complete steps. Wherever possible, we have provided a lot of documentation. Okay.
Yes, so we have in the link which we have mentioned, there's a one part which has mentioned which says that excellence plus, because the cost of excellence, if you will see in INR, I don't want to say the price because different people logging from the different country, different taxes are applied, and based on the taxes, you can see the different price. But roughly in INR, we have a mastery bundle 30,000 and we have an excellence bundle 30,000, right? So total cost of mastery plus excellence is 60,000 rupees. There can be some inclusion of the taxes into the different countries you are buying from, right? So the total cost is for mastery plus excellence is 60,000. With discount, it is showing you 44,990, and it is only applicable for next 72 hours. And just to mention that we are also including internship for the first time for the EWM. We have not included earlier. We will be giving you the complimentary internship, chance to attend a simulation project for 3 months as the EWM consultant. Also, we will give it, but that would be only if you will subscribe both mastery and excellence. So the mastery plus excellence bundle valid till 07 November 2023. That is what, when you see it, that is a discounted price. Otherwise, if you buy both of them separately, it would be the around 30,000 mastery and 30,000 excellence. In this, if you are buying the mastery plus excellence together in the 72 hours, mastery comes with the 3 months of server access, excellence comes with the 3 months of server access. So you would be having in total 6 months of server access. We would be holding your 3 months of server access. We can provide you once the excellence live session will start, but you can always claim that I want to access now. I want to access my excellence server access now. Whenever you want to access it, we'll give it, because it's your complimentary 6-month access. And the multiple bundles has been included. I will just give you, Mr. Naidu, I will just share my screen.
Yes, please. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Let me bring this full screen here. So these are the bundle mastery. Okay, you will be getting these products. Job and mastery implementation is still there. We are removing it. If you are buying it now, you will get it. This is the, okay, sorry, this is the mastery. So in mastery, it is included. Job and mastery implementation project. If somebody is joining and he has never have a experience how the implementation happens, what a consultant need to do in the implementations, that has been covered in this. 60 to 70 hours of courses there. A complimentary self-paced course you will get. S/4HANA EWM Extended Warehouse Management. This is the certification questions. If you want to go for certification, you can get the help from here. And this is the step-up circles. This session we are doing in step-up circles. Previously, we have done these kind of session for TM, Ariba, and multiple different topics, changes in 2021, changes in 2022 in S/4HANA, business partner changes, rise with SAP. So many techno-functional topics also has been covered. Those all recording of 200 plus hours of different topics recordings, you will get it from here. SAP ERP server access, you would be getting it from here. Okay, from here you get the ERP server access. Interview questions, if you want to prepare for interview, that you will be getting from here. Here you will also be getting some videos how to set up your server, and if you are getting some basic errors in the server related to that, videos are also available here. And here you would be having all of the recordings available. The current batch recordings and the previous batch recordings would be available here. Okay, this is the mastery bundle. Okay, and if you see the excellence bundle, these are the things, additional trainings you will get. There are more complimentary trainings in the excellence. Fiori A to Z of functional consultant, that is content of 10 to 12 hours specifically on the Fiori has been given as a complimentary. Data migration in S/4HANA, a complimentary 10 to 12 hours of specific training additional has been given here. And this is gamifier excellence. Here you will be getting all the excellence EWM related videos. Okay, so you can buy both of them together. The link is available in the mastery, which has been given to you. If you buy both of them together, 50% off is there onto the excellence. Okay, 50% has been covered in the excellence, cost 50% excellence discount you will get. But I am repeating it, excellence we do once in a year. Okay, mastery we keep on repeating, excellence we do once in a year. As soon as you enroll, you will be getting all the recorded session of excellence, all the integration, TM integration, QMPP integration videos, you will be getting it. But the live session would be happening for the excellence during June month. Next year, June, we'll be having a live. We do only once in a year excellence sessions. Okay, once you go through the mastery, actually with the recordings also, you would be able to go through and check and get excellence. What happens then when you work on a specific project and specific thing is there, the PP integration is there, then you need I need to do the PP integration. Then you can jump into the PP integration. That's why mastery, everybody need to go through, whoever wants to become EWM. Without mastery, you cannot become EWM consultant. Excellence specialized topics when you need to work onto the projects you require, that you would be getting it into the excellence one, right? So excellence would be live session in June, next year June, but you will be getting recorded session as soon as you enroll it. Karthik, you said, sir, will be able to complete the certification after this course. Yes, you would be able to complete the certification after this course, but you need to make sure that we would also be sharing books with you, SAP books. You go through our certification questions, and you need to also give a read through the SAP books, because our video trainings and the live trainings are much more focused on the real-time implementation, real-time problem that we are covering. A lot of things are not covered in the books, and a lot of theoretical concept is there, which sometimes we need to also remember is there in the books, which is asked in the certification, which we don't cover. So certification books and the certification question help is available from here. You would also be able to get yourself certified. Muthu is asking any specific discount for existing students. Whatever we have in EWM, 95% of the students who joins, they are our existing students. Students who has done they go for EWM, right? So Muthu, whatever we have is open and fair for everyone. Suyog said, when will the internship start? Will it be once we complete the bundle? Suyog, internship also, we keep on running the internship batch, internship project. Right now, also the rubber roller project is going for the India scenario. So you would be able to enroll for the internship once you have covered 70% of your mastery content. If you have covered 70% of the mastery content, and if you say that, okay, you would be joining the sessions and you would be able to complete the assignments which will be given to you, because internship is not you will sit and learn ki internship we consider you are a trained consultant. You would be working on this project as a consultant. Task will be given to you. You need to prepare BVP, you need to prepare functional specifications, you need to do configuration, you need to have a discussion with you need to have a discussion with SD. Okay, all these things you need to do it. You need to drive the process flows. Everything you need to do it in the internship, right? So you need to do two things: 70% completion of the mastery bundle, of the mastery EWM, and second, commitment to give 20 hours in a week. You can do it with your job. It's a flexible hours. You would be able to complete your assignments, but you should be having a commitment that you would be completing the assignments given to you. If you can do this too, and if you have enrolled for mastery and excellence both bundle, we will be offering you the internship program.
Some people are asking some questions. You see that?
Okay.
Lauren, I think so. Do you get access system for practice or only SAP system something? Yeah. Is access related?
Param is asking, will you provide a step-by-step with the screenshot? Param, you cannot become a consultant with the spoon feeding. If you are coming to Sastrageek and you are expecting everything would be spoon feeded you, I don't appreciate that, right? I would be asking you, Param, that when the session has been covered by the Naidu, he would give you assignment. You need to do step-by-step process. You need to create your own document. I can give you thousands of documents. If you will see your shared drive or wherever the drive, the documents are there, it would be full of the documents. You search onto the Google, SAP help and everything is full of the documents. That is of no use at all unless you do the process step by step with the screenshot. In all the videos, all the steps has been shown step by step with the screenshot. But if you are requesting Sastrageek to spoon feed you, that we don't appreciate, because that will make you a half consultant. You are always dependent on someone. If a video has been shown to you, step-by-step process, assignment has been given, we expect that the template which we have given, you would be completing the assignments, you would be putting your screenshots, and you would be preparing your document. Your document would be helping you most, not the other people documents. Go to LinkedIn. Every day, more than 10,000 different screenshot documents has been shared on SAP for the LinkedIn. Of no use if you don't do the things by your own on the system, right? So in the videos, it has been shown to you, it has been given to you, and then you also need कि भैया मेरे को screenshot लगा के भी दे दो, हलवा बना के दे दो और मुंह में डाल दो, right? That we don't appreciate. You need to create your own documents. That's where you will jumping into the system. That's where the learning will come. Otherwise, some PDF, 100 of GBs of PDFs, putting it somewhere is not going to help you out. Mr. Naidu will say, I will provide also, but I don't appreciate providing those documents to you. Create your own notes, create your own documents. That's where you would be getting most out of this training. Karthik has a question regarding excellence. If you subscribe now, will we be eligible for the June 2020 live classes? Karthik, we are the only institute. Okay, we are the only institute who give access for a year to join the live session. Not only the June month excellence batch, whatever the next mastery batch will be doing it, which would be somewhere around in the month of March, okay, March or April, that batch also, that mastery batch also you would be able to join. So we give you access to this, our community for a year. In a year, whatever, if you have subscribed for both, whatever mastery and excellence we cover in a year, we do in a year, you will be able to join. You will see in this batch also, when you are starting, a lot of students who are joined the previous batch also will jump into this batch to revise the concept. So we don't stop you, right? So if you enroll for now, you would be able to join any live session which is happening in next 1 year. Excellence, one iteration you will get at least in a year, and mastery you will be getting around 2 iterations in a year. So actually you would be able to join 3 batches plus internship also you would be able to join. So around the year, there would be some live sessions. Step Up Circle would be happening over the Saturday and Sunday. If you have into the internship and if you're putting the efforts in the internship, we don't stop you. Thursday and then Saturday, Sunday, Thursday and Thursday, Monday, Friday, the sessions happens for the internships, then mastery session, then excellence session. You will see around the year, full year, there are live sessions has been given to you. We are the only institute in the world, you can write it down, who is doing and putting those efforts. No one else you will find. The bundles which we have created, I can write on the stamp paper, you will not get anywhere else. The content with Mr. Naidu is covering, combining mastery and excellence, it is going 100+ hours of content. All I have personally taken the EWM trainings, it get finished in 35 hours. Video is also 35 hours. The total content is 35 hours. You can compare the how depth the content is, right? Okay, Usha is asking also, if I subscribe now for the both mastery and excellence now, will I get the internship later as I just enrolled for EBA? Yes, you can anytime you can enroll for the internship within a year. Okay, you need to make sure that if your server has been finished, we give the server 6-month server so that you would be able to use the internship. But if you're doing the internship at the last 10th or 11th month, you are jumping into the internship, you don't have a server anymore, you need to subscribe for the server so that you would be able to do the things in the system. Usha is saying about system access, I won't need EWM access just now. Just drop an email to the support team that please don't give me the EWM access. I don't it now, and they will be able to hold it. They would be able to hold it maximum for 9 months. Okay, you cannot say that I took the training now and after 2 years you give me the server access, right? That will not be able to do it because we already paid for these IDs on the yearly basis to the vendor who is giving the server access. So we will be able to hold for 8 to 9 months, but not beyond that. Yeah, you can finish your EBA and then you can join the internship as a EWM, not a problem. Usha. So Shad is asking, have you will provide any help to the hunting job? Yes, we have so many requirements within Sastrageek. I need more than 3 people. We are looking for the profiles. Already our existing students, we have creating the profiles for them to send it. Around 4 or 5 requirements I have within Sastrageek for EWM. If you are already trained or if you get trained, Within Sastrageek solution, we will be able to go ahead. We are associated with more than 2 companies who only do the EWM projects. There we would be able to send your profiles. And actually, if you have a very sound knowledge, and if you do all the things which we ask you to do it, EWM people does not struggle. EWM people does not struggle for the job until unless you are fresh college pass out, no operation experience, you have not learned the core modules, and you have straight put it your hand into the EWM. That mistake many people do until unless you are the one who is doing that mistake. Then you would be having a challenges. So our help, the basic help, which is a game changer, which is giving so many Sastrageek students jobs, is coming from this Job Hunt Mastery. This is the course which is converting. This is the course which is converting your knowledge into the job. All other institutes around the world, they are just providing you knowledge. That's what I understood when I was giving a training for so many years. I thought that, yeah, so many people got the training, right? Why they are not able to get the job? Job क्यों नहीं मिल रहा है? Training तो लोग बाग ले रहे हैं. Why they are not getting the job? So that's why I understood what is the problem in this scenario. And then first I came around 4 years ago, I came up with this training, SAP Job and Mastery, implementation and support project exposure. People does not have exposure to support and implementation, which industry wants, right? So I created this 70 hours of content, nowhere available around the world. You can check it. 70 hours of content start from the CV preparation, goes to give you the support project exposure, and goes to give you the implementation project exposure. That is our real help for you to convert into the job. Once I get the success from this, 3 years ago, when we see that, okay, with this people are getting succeed, and then people are saying that, okay, this is knowledge is good, but I want to practically do also. Then 3 years back, we started with the implementation programs, internship programs, where we make you sit with the different students, SD, MM, PP, the ABAP, FICO, they all sit together. We give a project scenario, we give all the requirements, and based on that, you work on it and you complete a project in 3 months. That is converting this knowledge in actually hands-on into the project. So once you have that knowledge, with that knowledge, when you jump into the when you jump into the interviews, you speak with confidence, right? A lot of people today, I took 2 interviews on EWM. Both was a fake experience, showing fake experience, right? And I was able to get it. I have not checked anything. The way you speak, it is always told. When I ask 2-3 questions here and there, if you have just mentioned the experience, and if you have not gone through in-depth content, what happens, what we do, or internship, if you have not done it, you will not be able to speak with confidence. In interviews, what is checked is your confidence, right? That you will be getting it from here, and the internship project. And internship also, this time we will be starting it first time for EWM. Earlier, we have done for a student with SD, MM, PP, TM, QM, FIC or ABAP. Those module scope we have included. In the next to next batch, we'll be doing it first time EWM student as an internship. Okay, so Shad, even though you are not enrolled with us, if you already have experience on EWM, or you have learned on EWM, you have a sound knowledge, you have a good system hands-on, send me the CV, I will quickly proceed ahead. There are that many requirements, even we have it. Shad is asking, I have totally 5-6 years of experience in SCM warehousing and e-commerce. Sure, it will boost my career. Yeah, definitely it will boost your career. May I know the version? The version which we are doing it, this EWM Mastery is on S/4HANA 2022 Embedded EWM. We are targeting to do the next batch in the month of April. That would be on S/4HANA 2023. This batch would be on S/4HANA 2022. Akshay is asking, can I join internship only doing mastery? No, internship, we have limited seats. We give it only for the Sastrageek students. I cannot have a 50 people in the internship. Internship batch would be somewhere around 20 to 30 people. So it has a limited seat. So we are giving chance to the people who are the most interested, and they have access to all of the content. 6 months server access you will require. And when an assignment has been given to you, if it is a part of the excellence topic, at least if you have a recorded excellence video, you would be able to go through it and you would be able to complete the assignments. Otherwise, you will struggle. That is the reason both mastery and excellence bundle would be required. We are not covering any other content. We are just answering your questions. If you don't have any questions, you can feel free to leave the session. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you very much. Anyone has any other question? Barada is asking, sir, if I join MM, can I join the in upcoming MM batch? Upcoming MM batch is coming, I think, in the month of December. Okay, in the month of December, we are having upcoming batch. You can join that. I personally say students to enroll as soon as possible. As soon as you enroll, you will get all the video access. And when we are starting the live session, before the live session, if you will go through some of the recorded sessions, you have gone through it and then coming into the live session, your interest level and your interacting with us would be at the next level. वो कहते हैं ना कि in schools, it has been teacher always ask, Bhaiya, I would be covering this chapter. Ghar se give a pre-read and come for this chapter before coming to class, right? Same way, if you have gone through the recorded videos and jumping into the live, your level of interest and level of focus into the live session would be very high. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos. Akshay is asking, job and mastery will be there in excellence. No, job and mastery is not there in excellence, Akshay. It's only available with the mastery bundle, or you can subscribe separately the job and mastery course. Suyog is asking, can member with only operation warehouse experience as end user can go for EWM directly? No, other people can also go. We would be explaining you how the warehouse is happening. If you don't have any experience to the warehouse operations, I would recommend you, apart from we training you, also go and try to watch some YouTube videos that how the warehouses, complex warehouses looks like and how the operations happens in them, so that you would be able to visualize it. You are going to implement EWM on a complex warehouse, and maybe physically you have not seen the warehouse, but even though you don't go through the videos and explore your mind ki hota kya hai warehouse mein, if you don't know that thing, then it does not make sense for you to learn WMS things into the IT, right? You don't have experience, that's fine, but explore yourself. Go to the YouTube. There are so many videos available related to the warehouse management, and the operations happens in the warehouse, not related to SAP, just the physical operations in warehouse. Have a look on them, have a good idea on them, and then you would be able to easily learn EWM without working experience in warehouses. Kishore is having a question, sir. I am in Europe. Time is main concern for me. Is there any batch at the evening session? It would be great because already subscribed MM Excellence and plan to EWM. Kishore, the session timings, if I will share here, we are starting a batch on 19th. The session's timing would be Saturday 10:30 a.m. IST. Not a bad time to you for you. Early morning Europe time, not at all a bad time. Sunday 8:30 p.m. IST. Okay, that would be afternoon for you. Okay, the both times suits best for the Europe people. Even though the time does not suit you, it's just 2 days in a week, try to manage it. Okay, try to sacrifice your sleep, try to sacrifice the other activities. No pain, no gain, right? So this, I don't think that this time will not suit to the Europe people. Akshay saying that self-paced course will cover all the syllabus of mastery. Yes, it covers all the syllabus of the mastery. The only thing, it would be the previous recorded session, not on the latest version, but it covers everything. Suyog is asking, users first time working in SAP can also go for EWM. Okay, Mr. Naidu, if you want to leave now, it converted into the last section of career counseling kind of thing it got converted in. If you want to leave, you can go ahead and leave the session. I leave it to you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Thank you for joining. Thank
you
you
all.
for your valuable time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all. Bye-bye.
Bye. So Suyog has a question. User first time working in SAP can also go for EWM, right? So my suggestion would be, in general, if you are working first time in SAP, try to learn a core module first. Core modules are, if you're very much interested in EWM, the core module would be MM. Go for MM mastery first, sourcing and procurement mastery. Then jump into the EWM. But if you have a very strong warehouse operations, not on SAP, but in generally, if you have worked into the logistics execution, into the warehouses, and you have a strong warehouse operation experience, then you are the one who would also be able to directly jump into the EWM course, but have in your mind that in future you also do either SD or MM, one of the course, so that you can approach for the jobs in the wider market, right? So if someone is there who have a MM and EWM both, his adaptability in the market would be more. Because as a consulting company, if I am taking him, I can utilize in the MM projects also. I can put it in the EWM projects also, right? That's where your range of applying for the job would be very wide. So if you have a core operations experience in the warehouses, nothing in SAP, you can directly jump into EWM. If you don't have a warehouses operations experience, if you don't have any kind of experience at all in SAP also, you want to start a fresh start in SAP, my suggestion would be first go for a core module. Okay, SD, MM, PP, they are the core modules, logistics core modules. EWM is at least 2 to 3 times learning complex than the core module. EWM is 3 times complexer than a SAP S/4HANA MM module, sourcing and procurement. So sometimes if you don't know anything in MM, you straight away jump into EWM, the information and the knowledge is very overwhelming for you. And many MM experience, you will see 15 years, 20 years, 25 years plus experience people also jumping in our courses. SAP experience, I'm talking, jumping in our courses for the multi-skilling. They know already MM and then they are going to learn EWM. So the kind of questions they would be asking, sometimes you will get overwhelmed. So I always suggest, if you don't have any experience in the operations warehouse, if you don't have any experience in SAP at all, start first with the core module. Rajesh has a question. If not this batch, when will we have the next batch for EWM? Mr. Naidu is very busy. For all other things, we try to do at least 3 to 4 batches in a year. EWM, we are only able to do 2 batches in a year, 2 mastery and 1 excellence. That's what happening. So if it is not now, if you're not doing it now, then you might be able to jump into the next batch somewhere in April month. Rupika, you have any question you want to ask? Your hand is raised. You can unmute yourself.
Hi, Parminder. Good evening.
Hi,
yeah. I have a generic question which is not related to this session. Can I go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead. Please go ahead. We are already into these questions.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is regarding the SAP certification. I was going through the list of SAP certification. In that list, regarding the TS 450 2021, if I'm talking about, there is an expiry date mentioned on the website as some 28 March 2024. So my question is here, what does mean that the expiry date? And can we still take the exam and have a certification validity for 5 years?
So this recently SAP has started putting the expiry date. Earlier, these expiry dates was only available for the certification, which is related to the cloud products, like their success factors certification that was having expiry date. Now SAP has started putting the expiry date for this core modules also. Okay, which SAP means ki bhaiya, once you have done this 2021, certification. In 2025, you need to again do the certification because a lot of changes has happened. Okay, that's what SAP is trying to do it. Okay, but if you talk about the job market always see that if you have done one certification, that is good enough for getting a job or working onto it. SAP is trying to go, I can see that where they want to go it in next 10 to 15 years, they want to go it so that only the people who has SAP certification, they would be the one who would be working into the, they would be working into the projects. Okay, that would happen in 10 to 15 years. They want to do it. You should be having a valid certification access. Companies need to make sure they spend time and money with SAP to get all the people certified. And every year or every 3 years, you need to recertify it yourself so that you know the changes in the product and you would be able to work on the project or product. As of now, the industry demand is having experience. Okay, if you don't have any experience, then the certification become important. So you can go for the certification, but your certification would expire as mentioned there.
Okay, it means certification will be expired on mentioned date, like 28 March 2024, like?
Right.
Okay. Okay. I got. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, somebody's trying to speak. Rajesh, do you have any question? Okay. Okay, I don't see any further question. That was the last question. Thank you everyone for joining. Today's session was a little long, but very exciting. Thank you for asking so much of questions. We loved all of your questions. If by chance with so many of the chat, we have missed your question, that is not deliberately, we might have missed it. You can always drop your question to support@sastrageek.com, and our support team is fabulous. Aman and Bhupinder does a fabulous job to respond so much of your queries, putting a lot of time. Okay, so just drop it, a query to them. Just make a note that our teams are working onto the India time zones. Okay, so just expect 48 hours of time when the response you get it back from them, right? So drop an email to support@sastrageek.com for the further questions, and we'll meet you in the next session. Step up circle, we have not decided what would be the topic, but we'll let you know. Okay, thank you everyone, and have a good night. Or the people joining from the western side, have a great day ahead. Bye bye for now.